Dave, you talked this morning about kind of blocking out the implications of what wins at this time of this team season do to standings and drafts, and this win kind of showed that, the perseverance of the group.
Yeah, we capitalized on chances. It was kind of a sloppy game all the way around, but that's what you kind of get right now with two teams out of the playoffs. But we capitalized on some chances. Our power play got us a couple, and we were able to hold on. Made some mistakes in the third, but we were able to hold on.
You've said before that wins when you're not under the pressure of making playoffs don't tell you as much about a group, but what are you learning? What can this do? What can the value of it be?
You can't. I mean, you're still getting a read on people, but it's a little bit of fool's gold right now. Just keep that in perspective.
But you still see value in it.
No, there's value. There's value of especially the young players, because you can see some veteran players as you're winding down. Their ability to push to the max is sometimes not what it should be, but young players shouldn't have that out. And so all young players should be playing as hard as they can.
You've seen Vermeestra for 25 games now. You get a chance to play him with some more skill here in the last week or two. What do you see him between guys like Domi and Duclair?
He's a solid player. He's got good skill, good instincts for the game. He's been. We weren't sure if we were going to get him back when he got hurt there, and he's come back and he's played pretty well with those guys. They've got good skill. They play fast. They've been entertaining line to watch here.
Is he giving you something to think about for the future?
Oh yeah, sure he is. Yeah, I mean, he's a young player still. Young player looking for an opportunity, and he's trying to. I mean, he's dug in. He's trying to show what he can do here. He's trying to earn a contract.
He needs some help, right?
Yeah.
Dave, I think over half the team's points have come since the end of January. I mean, I know those are numbers, like you said, maybe you don't get an accurate barometer on, but what do you credit that to?
To improvement, to growth of our team.
I guess, is there any particular catalyst in that?
Our young players are getting some experience is a big part. I mean,
The youth, then, yeah.
Yeah, the youth is a big. I mean, the youth has been a big part of it. They're learning the league, and we don't have as many holes in our lineup, and there's some other factors that come along with it. Just we played better maybe, but the biggest key is we had so many young players earlier that. And we had a lot of young players earlier, and then we had some veteran players that probably didn't play as well as we'd hoped, and that just leaves too many gaps. And we first couple months we kind of masked that long road trip. Losing Schmitty hurt us, but December really exploited us, and then we got to January and you get halfway through, and you got young players, especially the young defensemen that learn how to play in the game, play in this league a little bit. They've been better. So they've been better. They help our vets be better, and we've played better.
Luke Shen got his first goal in game 81 of the season. I think his first in the last 100 games. Mm-hmm. What would you say about his season and what he's brought to this team?
He's a better hitter than goal scorer. Guys have been bugging him. He wanted me to put him on the power play. I said, "You got to go to the power play meetings then, Shenner." So he was very aware that he hadn't scored yet this year, and was. When I looked up and saw number 2 right at the top of the crease, I could understand why.
What does it say about Verbata to give you 80 games, leading goal and assists at this stage of his career?
No, he's just a real consummate pro. He's just played very well for us. Game like this tonight, playing against his old team, I'm sure he wanted to finish that off right, and didn't play in Dallas, a bit of a nagging injury, and it's probably still nagging him a little bit, but I think he wants to finish the year out strong, and came out and he played very well tonight.
He said if he could hit empty nets this season, he'd probably have 30 goals.
Yeah, maybe. He's got good hands out there. Usually he can find that. He missed it by a couple feet tonight, though.
You would trade this for playing well in October, and November, and December, but is this the payoff for that pain? As far as letting the kids learn what they're...
Yeah, the kids have learned. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's been a lot of players, or a lot of teams in the history of the game, as you're winding down the ski, and it's keep it all in perspective.
But I guess the hope is that, in your mind, this is the starting off point for next year, like the trajectory.
That's exactly it. We talked about 2 players in Krause and Chychrun. right? So at the start of the year, we had to make a decision where we're going to put them on our team or not, because they had to go back to junior. So if we put those 2 players on our team with the other young players we were going to have on there anyway, now that's 2 more that would have been, say those positions would have been more solid veteran guys, or guys that say a Connaughton or, playing more. So when we put those players on our team, we knew there was going to be we've just got a lot of kids now, and there's going to be there's going to be some hard times. But we thought when those 2 players going into next year now, if they played a whole year on they'll be, like Krause and Chikrin coming into training camp next year, will be way farther ahead than if they went back to junior this year. So there was some growing pains there early, and both of them have been pretty good the second half. Like, those are 2 prime examples. But there was some growing pains early when we had that many young players. And now we hopefully, like you say, we reap the benefits of it in the second half a little bit. Now we really start to reap the benefits moving forward. And that's just the reality of where we're at.
So it's like almost a half step back to take 2 steps forward in a weird way.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean?
and basically those 2 players forced our hand, because they had to go back to junior. The other players, you could go down to Tucson, up and down. Perlini wasn't that good in training camp. We could send him down, but he's come back and played well. Debo had some hiccups early, and now he's playing well. So that's just the reality of where we are. And then the other part, don't forget the other part of it. We had some veteran players, or some players that we were relying on. I mean, Duclair, we needed him to play well for us, didn't play very well the first half. Donor struggled a little bit early there, and we had some players come back that we thought we were going to get more out of. Oliver's in that group too, and Goligoski struggled a little bit early. So there's the veterans struggling early, coupled with some young players learning. We had a tough first half.